Hi everybody. Today we're going to take a look at how you can fix your Arion SCH1 chorus pedal. Is it broken? No, it's not. But there is some funkiness that is happening up here with the DC power. If you notice, your LED will go dim when you plug DC power in opposed to the battery snap. It's kind of weird. We're going to check it out. And remember, this is the one from the early 80s, the SCH1. If you have one of these, they're desirable. And we're gonna just kind of tweak it a little. Please subscribe to my videos. Let's get started. The Arion Stereo Chorus SCH1 from the 80s, early 80s. So as we can see, this is a gray box version, so early 80s. Battery cover, no battery. Brighter, more dim. 9-volt battery, 9-volt adapter. Let me consult the instructions. AC adapter jack. AC adapter, use the Arion ACA 120, ACA 220, well, we don't have one of those. ACA, sounds familiar. I think some of the old Boss pedals had one of those. Let's check, let's go deeper. Okay, specifications. Okay, power requirements. 9 volts, DC 9 volts, or the AC adapter. Consumption, 9 volts at 16 milliamps. So it's a 9-volt pedal. Why do we get a dim light and a regulated 9-volt power supply? Let's check it out. All right, here's the SCH1. I took it out of its gray box, and this is just the guts, the circuit board. Of course, the jacks are on the circuit board, and so are the potentiometers. LED. And there's our common for our DC jack, and then our positive, or positive and negative if you want to think of it. Let's look at behind here. This is where the traces are. So here on the positive side, we can see there's nothing weird. But over here where we have the DC, the 9 volts passes perfectly fine here. But from this point to this point, there's something that's been introduced. What is that? It's resistor R59, which is this guy right here. So that's resisting the 9 volts, I'm assuming, where it's going dim. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook this up to my multimeter and find out what the voltages are. 9-volt battery versus 9-volt adapter. Let's check it out. All right, so here we are with the multimeter set up. And here's my 9-volt adapter, and just to see exactly what this thing is actually powering. Okay, my electricity might be running a little hot, so it's about 10 volts. And opposed to the battery, 11.23. All right, so these Duracells are pumping out some serious power. Here's a little closer view of my multimeter and my pedal. I had to put a dummy input jack in to activate power. Turns on. Let's go with the battery. We know the battery's hot, but let's just see what its reading is. I go terminal to terminal. Get a good connection. There we go. 11.2. 11.2 right on it. Past it. 11.2. So it's not interfering at all for the battery power. Unhooked the battery. Let's put the DC cable in. It's on. We're good. Let's find out what's happening here. Let's go from the jack now. All right, 10.62. Let's go past that little resistor. 8.82, 8.83. So there's resistance here. This is what the actual DC jack has given me, plus from itself before the resistor. There's a resistor, this is after the resistor. So it's knocking it down a couple volts. We're gonna take this out, we're gonna jump that. Let's check it out. All right, see if we can check this out. There's that negative wire, and that's the one leg, and the other leg is right there. See if I can't heat this up without destroying things. All right. There it is. All right. There and there, solder's gone. I think on the other side, it's a matter of just, if I can. There it is. The culprit. So gold is the last band. It's brown, red, brown. So it's a 120 ohm resistor that they put in there. Okay. So now you can't just leave it. You got to put something in there, but you don't want any resistance. So basically you just jumper it. So what I usually do is I'll take a resistor of what I have plenty of. And so it looks like a pretty tight spot. I'm going to cut it off right at the body. So that body's no longer good. And I've got myself just a leg. Take my nippers and kind of eyeball it over here. Okay, about that long. Take it in between the nippers here and just fold it over. Bam! All right, so I gotta come in this side. Let's see if I can sneak it down in there. Flatten the connection, the entry points so that it goes in. Ooh, that's a tight spot. Just push it through. I'll pull it through. You can kind of see it right there where R59 is. There's your jumper right up to the DC jack. Next to the LED to the DC jack, there's your jumper. Used to be a resistor. So I'm gonna come over this side. I'm just gonna bend these down just a little on each side, just to keep them staying where they're staying. Still nice and flat above. And then solder. Other side, there you go, that's it. Before I snip them, I straighten them back out. All right. Excellent. Snip my ends. Be real careful when you're snipping. Don't snip and pull, because you might pull traces up. So I'll snip, and then I'll twist them off. Get down close. There you go. That's it. Let's check our voltage now. All right, so we're back over just to double check our voltage. 10.5-ish. Let's plug it in. Make sure we have power. Yes, actually, LED looks brighter. 10.5. And that's from jack to jack. Now at our jumper point, 10.5. Keep going down to the next point. 10.56. Yep, all right. So let's just see what happened up here with LED. That's your first sign. If your DC power, which we know is 9 volts, as long as you know it's a 9-volt adapter, regulated. Nowadays, all the power supplies and adapters we get, and we know they're 9 volts. If that makes your pedal go dim, something's being resisted, and it may be an old Boss ACA pedal, and you can check all your old Arion courses. So this is from the early 80s. LEDs nice and bright. Let's go over to battery power. Pull the DC jack. Ha! Same battery power. Same brightness. There you go. So that's the R59 mod. That's how you can fix your voltage for the 9 volt power supply on an Arion SCH1.